takes a deep breath and opens the door and says, "You'll have to excuse me for being late. I saw that some of our members had car issues outside, so I decided to stop to give them a ride." And he like kind of walks in. This is mumbo jumbo. They're talking in circles with each other. They're using extra flowery language, and none of them seem to be getting to the point.
Maybe we whisper. Maybe we should go and let Charlotte do her thing. And she can listen?
I think so.
All right.
And we're back. So, dog food. You got a bestial crit.
I did.
Now, I had to really think about how to resolve this, and it was a perfect time for a break. And I decided to lean back on the logic. I like to talk through my process as a storyteller. I'm sorry.
I like it.
On what a bestial crit means, right? So, on a bestial crit, typically my theory is that you didn't win, the beast won, right? So you kind of like lose control and succeed in a way that doesn't feel good. Now, in my opinion, how this would manifest for dog food is dog food, you do remain in your dog form. You manage to sneak underneath one of the desks and you sit there. But the thought occurs to you that this is more comfortable to you than being a human ever is and was. The conversation from before in the coffee shop strikes in your head again. Talking to the girl and being so immediately brushed aside and seeing Ulrika succeed where you failed so many times. And you also get, sort of like this roiling feeling in your stomach of thinking of how maybe if you had been in this form when things happened, you wouldn't have messed things up with Bubba so poorly. And your mind shoots back to the interaction with your favorite veterinarian, and you wonder if human beings are worth the effort. And there's a part of you that desires to remain in your dog form. So I'm going to have you mark down a stain that we will then resolve later.
Oh, no.
This is a lot. That was a lot of feelings.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
In my mind, that's that makes sense for what happened.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. So
and maybe later, depending on when we resolve it, how it resolves, dog food can choose to keep that part of the humanity or maybe become even more dog-like than before.
Oh. Yeah, I've been having a great time as a dog.
Mm-hmm. Maybe too great a time.
Yeah.
Maybe too comfortable. Maybe we're too good and too proficient in this form than the other form. And there's a little bit of resentment in that, but there's also a little bit of, well, we could do this full time.
Yeah.
And that is what occurs to dog food as dog food settles in underneath the table. And the four people running the meeting don't notice. Nothing occurs out of the normal to them. They don't mark your presence or absence at all. They close the door and go back to conducting their meeting business, and their tone changes a little bit as they continue to converse. They get a little bit more comfortable. They kind of dispense with some of the formalities of being president and vice president. It becomes clear that the vice president seems to be more the president, if that makes sense. She takes the lead on a lot of the conversations. And she says, she pulls out like a piece of paper, rolls it out on the table. And from where you're at, Charlotte, you can see this because you're invisible. Dog food, you're underneath the table, so less so. You see like what looks to be like a grid with different buildings sort of drawn on it. And she says, she points to a lot. And she's like, 14 was a disaster, no matter which way you slice it. And one of the other gentlemen says, well, I don't know about that, Casey. What do you mean you don't know about that? We lost 5. I mean, at least we know how many there are, what they can do. Information is always valuable. I suppose. Do you think the professor's been acting weird lately? A little bit, but we know he's not a reliable source of information. He kind of comes and goes. Do you think he knows? I don't think he does. Maybe. You never know. I think we should kill him. He's a liability. He always has been. He should be removed. He's been useful. Oh, undoubtedly. But never reliable. I think we could find better information. Maybe. Well, until you have a lead, I think we should stick to our current plans. And they kind of like continue talking like this for some time. After 5 or 10 minutes discussing whether or not they should exterminate the professor, one of the other gentlemen, the president, as you know him, kind of stands up and walks over to the table and like circles with his finger one of the other buildings not too far from lot 14, as he described it. There's been some activity here. And he's like, we could maybe schedule a raid for that spot. He looks at the other three. The girl kind of looks him up and down, and she's like, I think we should lay low for a while. We've attracted a lot of undue attention as of late. Our numbers are limited. We don't have that many people at our disposal. He turns back at her and he says, we were sent here to do a particular job. We should do it, regardless of whether we have 20 or 20,000. We can't do it successfully if we keep throwing our people into a meat grinder. Lot 14 was a disaster, regardless of which way you want to split it. You're just saying that because Lot 14 was my operation. Well, it was, and it was terrible, which is why I'm in charge now. Headquarters said so. So therefore, I'm saying we should lay low for a while. Figure out where they're at. But more importantly, make sure they don't figure out where we're at. She kicks back, annoyed, and like starts to roll up the paper. These ghastly creatures are a little bit more formidable than training camp would have suggested. But the professor is still a concern. He's fed us some good information. But we don't know who else he's feeding information. The other half of him anyway. I heard there was a commotion after his class. I saw security cleaning up some type of mess outside of his room. Well, you know the professor has his weird little outbursts sometimes. Some of them are crazy, you know. Some of these goddamn blanks. Maybe. I don't like it. Keep an eye on him. Put a tail on him. I got you. Valentine, the president kind of like stands up again. He goes, yes. Don't work against me. I can't stand your bitterness. I won't. If you succeed, then we all succeed. And they gather up their papers, stand up, and start to shuffle out of the classroom. Mm-hmm.
So I kind of want to make sure my compatriots won't be unhappy if I try to stop them and use rationalize to take that piece of paper.
Oh, well, you can't really consult with them right now.
I know. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it.
Okay. So you're going to use
So I step out of my unseen passage and would like to use and get their attention, so all eyes are on me.
Okay.
And try to have eye contact with the one holding that map.
Okay.
And to tell them to, may I see that you're holding?
All right. So you're trying to use mesmerize or compel?
With rationalize, the vampire can make victims of their dominate powers internalize the command and not realize they were compelled. Or
yeah, so they'll think it was their own idea, but it's under any of your dominate powers. So compel, you can issue like a pretty simple one-word command as long as it's not lethal, and they'll comply with that. For mesmerize, you can issue a complex command to a victim as long as you have their gaze.
I'll do mesmerize because I technically have that one.
Okay.
Hopefully I'm not screwing everything up for everyone.
Look, I'm right here under the desk if it goes to shit. Don't worry about it.
It makes everything interesting, so it doesn't matter.
You said to all of them, so I'm assuming you're using mass manipulation?
Yes.
Okay. So go ahead and give me 2 rouse checks.
I get 1 hungry.
Okay. And then go ahead and roll your manipulation and dominate.
Nervous.
I have 4 successes.
I have 4 successes, but a tie goes to the kindred that's in action, which is you. So this succeeds. Without even really thinking about it, the VP reaches into her coat, hands you the paper.
Take it, and I can only do cloud memory on one of them, right?
With mass manipulation, you can affect the whole group. You'll just have to continue making rouse checks.
Okay, I would like to attempt cloud memory.
Okay.
So rouse check.
Oh, I don't think I put that hunger on the.
I got it.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Yeah.
All right, I get 1 more hungry.
You're getting up there.
Yeah.
Nah, they're organs. It's fine. Oh, I have a crit. Well, I have 2 crits.
Okay. Normal crits or any crits on a blood die?
Normal crits.
Okay. So 2 crits, that's 8 successes.
Jesus.
Perfect. So this goes off without a hitch. They will not remember. Well, actually, there's still a roll for it. I think like they're not. Wait, because you rolled your resolve and dominate, right?
Okay, so okay, so how many crits? How many zeros do you have for a crit?
2.
2?
2.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I have 1 crit then.
Okay, so you got 4 successes.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So it works. It goes off without a hitch. She hands you the map, and none of them realize that or remember you having the map. For all intents and purposes, when they leave this room, they will not remember giving it to you. The map will be mysteriously gone, and they will have no recollection of where it went.
Nice. Super nice.
But they will remember that, like, so I guess now my question for you is, how do you exit so that they have no recollection of you at all?
I will say that I accidentally walked in looking for the bathroom.
Okay, so you're going to position yourself by the door?
Yeah.
Okay, so you do your Jedi mind tricks. And then as they kind of like, there's like an awkward moment, Dogfood. You see it like from underneath the desks as like a moment of like recognition of them being like, what are you doing here? to like a weird zombie-like state, like a fugue state where they kind of go blank all at once. And then the VP hands the letter over. And then another like, snap where it's like they kind of stand there almost like zombies as their, recollection of the past few minutes is just completely drained from them. It's like that time never existed. And then immediately as all of this happens and time kind of starts to move at normal speed again, we'll use that analogy. The girl in front kind of blinks, notices Charlotte standing there, and Charlotte says, "Oh, sorry, I just walked in. This is the bathroom. Give me a charisma and actually, you're trying to lie, so let's do manipulation and persuasion."
All right.
Can we hear this from outside too, so that we know to like get out of the way?
Yeah, you would hear Charlotte because she's got her hand on the door. The door, I'm assuming, is slightly ajar. You're standing on the other side of it.
So I'll like usher all of us out.
Mm-hmm.
Out of the way.
Oh, plenty. 1, 2. I have 2 successes.
2 successes. The girl looks like annoyed, but she says, "Very well. I don't know how you confused a door that says room 13 on it for the bathroom, but maybe you need to get your prescription checked."
I don't like this lady.
And she ushers you along, and then kind of comes out of into the hallway after you, kind of watching you to make sure you go.
And I find the actual bathroom and walk in.
And she like marks, like I said, she marks your exit, and she's just like, "Is it just me, or has our meeting been kind of strange today? A lot of weird actors hanging about." And she like, gathers her things with everyone else, and they strut out in formation. And by formation, I mean very much in a clique.
I'm going to try and catch this one, Casey. I'm going to try and catch her scent.
Okay.
So that I can trail her later on.
Mm-hmm.
If I can follow them before the door closes, I will. Otherwise, I'm going to have to like slightly embarrassingly wait and then paw at it.
Okay. Give me a wits and investigation.
Wits? I don't have any investigation.
You're trying to be a tracking dog.
Do I get anything for my dog-like state? Does that add to my
to your scent ability? Yeah, you can smell things clearer, but it would take a sharp mind to be able to distinguish them from one another.
All right, so this is just 3 dice. Let's do
it. Actually, you can add your animalism to it.
Oh, okay.
I'll allow you the 2 dots from your animalism. Okay. I think that's fair.
Let's do it. I'm gonna burn another willpower.
Oh no.
Okay.
I got tons of that. All right, I got 2 successes.
All right, so you're able to kind of pick out some of her smell, but this isn't something that you're trained to do as a dog. So if it smells kind of muddled, there are other people close to her were standing very close to her. But you think you catch like a vague scent, and you'd be able to recognize it again if you were in contact with it. But you're not sure you'd be able to tell exactly where she's been hours after she's been there, if that makes sense. At least not without activating some of your more supernatural abilities.
Can I try and trail her?
Try to follow her?
Yeah, so I'm just going to try and follow her, but I'm going to keep a really good distance and hope that just being able to follow the smell of her will mean that I'll be able to stay further back than a human would.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a dexterity check with stealth.
Okay. And I am now hungry again too. Come on, stealth. Stealthy. 2 successes.
Okay. So you are able to follow her out of the building. You follow her along the sort of like path she takes. She eventually branches off from the other 4 members of the group. and starts walking towards her car.
Okay.
You mark the model and make of the car.
Okay.
It's a blue hatchback.
Can I get a
And you
plate?
think you could? Yeah, we could say you could get a plate. We'll say it's 3GPX63.
Okay. I trust this that Dogfood's got a mind like a steel trap. She'll be fine. And I saw Lydia write it down.
So you continue, trying to be as quiet as you can, patting softly and innocuously sort of behind her. And she gets to her car. She opens up the back seat first, throws in, her bag, her backpack. And then it happens rapidly. She turns around and shoots you right in the chest.
Oh no.
But you're a dog, though, right?
As a dog, very calmly.
Do I have
Shoots
time?
you twice. And then what do you do?
Do I have time to activate toughness? Like
No, she gets
reflexively?
to drop. You don't realize that she's clocked you.
Okay.
Yeah, you see her kind of bend into the back seat, put the backpack away, reach out, and just shoot at you twice.
So
College students like packing heat.
I
As we've marked, she's not really a.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
She's a position person. Second
Did she hit?
position.
she gets me.
Yes,
In the
yeah, she
chest,
gets you, square in the chest.
Is there any am I right out in the open?
Yeah.
Okay, so I can't so I'm gonna die. I yelp.
Like
And I
play
go.
dead.
Play dead. Okay, I was like,
Okay.
what?
I was like, what?
Yeah.
Like you just
Go
kill a
ahead
dog, lady.
and give me a manipulation and performance.
We're all still inside, though, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
We'd
Dog,
hear
you
a
kind of slunk
gunshot.
out. You would hear
Or
a
you could've
gunshot.
had a
Yeah,
gunshot, yeah.
a
It
lot
was
of
like,
people would have heard a gunshot.
uh
I
oh.
got 2 successes on my being dead roll.
2 successes.
How much damage do I take?
2 superficial.
And is that halved or is that the total?
That's the total. So you
Okay.
could have it.
Okay, so 1. Okay.
Yeah,
got it.
when you, by a very narrow margin, she looks at you briefly, but when you yelp and hit the ground, she very calmly, the way she does this is stone cold. She reaches out of her bag, fires off 2 shots. When you yelp and fall to the ground, she very calmly puts her gun in a holster that you now notice as she pulls up her jacket and puts it on her belt, and then steps into the driver's seat of the car, very calmly puts the car in reverse and drives away.
Okay,
Alright.
once she drives away, I get up
Mm-hmm.
and say, fucking woof. But woof isn't the 4-letter word that Dogfood was thinking.
You notice some commotion as people start investigating the noise, and people start kind of looking over towards the area. It is pretty late at night, so there's not that many people around. Probably just gonna be
Okay.
campus security. Some people here that are here late studying, or maybe even people taking some night classes. But it's starting to really quiet down this time of night.
So I'm gonna start healing first of all.
Mhm.
And I succeed on my route check.
Okay.
So I'm all good now. I'm just gonna peace out. I'm gonna head back to the coterie.
Okay. You all reconvene in the hall. Baron is now not Professor McTavish, but just looks like your average professor. Like he belongs here. You wouldn't even be able to pick him out of a lineup. Average height, average face, receding hairline, so slightly graying,
All right.
wearing Crocs and socks.
Oh,
I guess we
no.
should get out of here.
Yeah, let's woof.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you went back to the Court of Cups. Okay, never mind.
Oh yeah, no, I came back to the coterie.
Do I
Okay.
see that Dogfood's been shot?
Well, he healed, or she healed.
Oh, okay,
sorry.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, well, I guess then it's time to go.
Yeah, we have some stuff to share with you guys.
Yeah, I'm gonna
That's
come
excellent.
back now. I think I've been a dog for long enough.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna say, oh well, I got made, so that was fun.
Good job.
Yeah.
As you're standing there, like slightly shivering in a wife beater, your dampness is no longer a comfort to you when it was when you were a dog. Now you're just kind of like slightly kind of wet and just kind of cold.
I had a couple of hours to sort of dry off a little bit.
You're a dog with a fur. A couple of hours. There's always moisture traps deep. You're not stopping wet. You're just, like I said, a little damp, unpleasantly damp.
Now as a human, shakes as hard as she can.
Oh, that doesn't work the same.
To try and get it out of her matted hair.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, your hair feels like it's like towel dried. It's not like I said, it's not stopping wet, just towel dried.
Let's head back and get me into a hoodie.
All right. We should head out.
Right.
I guess we should go back the way we came.
Yeah, should we go through the
sewage
sewer again?
We can just get
when you exit the school building, Nell is there, and she says, like, you notice she looks kind of like worried, and she's like, I heard something. You guys okay?
Yeah, I got shot. It wasn't a big deal. It wasn't a significant bullet.
Oh. Did you find anything?
I have a make and model and a plate for that leader's car.
We also have we also got some really interesting intel and a map.
What's the map of?
And I've decided this school is far too dangerous for my niece.
Yeah. It's not treated me well so far, I have to say.
No, too dangerous.
I have yet to leave this campus.
I wouldn't be going to school
damage.
with them. They'd be going to school with me.
See, that's the attitude that makes you a difficult student.
I'm just difficult in general. I embrace it.
Well, the good news is I don't think these are students.
No. Students don't carry around guns, or if they do, I'm not aware of it.
Or have stories of boot camp.
That's true.
Or
yes.
Well, this type. I don't know.
I think we should try and pick this lady Casey up as soon as we can, because if she thinks that we made her, she might ditch her car, ditch her place, change what she's doing.
Should I look
we
up?
should try and run that plate as fast as we can.
Do you think she made you, or do you think she made a dog?
She made a dog, but if she thinks she was made, she didn't see me, but if she thinks she was followed to this meeting, I think she's likely to pick up sticks and run. I think we should get her tonight if we can.
All right.
Probably not the worst idea.
I can try to look up the plates, or I have influence hackers. Does that mean I have hackers under my influence?
Yeah, I would assume so. There's probably that or influence hackers. So I
have 2 dots in that. I just remembered, but I could also just hack it myself. I just wanted to know what that was actually, or how it benefits me, I guess is the.
Oh, here. And you're under your background. Yeah, I would say that that means that your name is kind of well known amongst hacker circles. Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
Like you have a little bit of a reputation. Your name carries a lot of weight in the right circle.
I'll just try to look up the plate to see if I can get an address.
Okay.
So intelligence, I would assume.
Yeah. Let's do your intelligence and your technology. Yeah.
And I get a dice for hacking.
Do you go back to the Court of Cups to do this?
I mean, I was gonna try to do it from my special phone thing, because how hackers have software on their phone. But
yeah,
I mean,
you could do it.
That would make it more difficult, though. Maybe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you won't have all of your resources at your disposal.
Let's go back to the Court of Cups. Or I'll go back to the Court of Cups.
I would like to no longer wear this outfit.
Okay.
Yeah, let's definitely change.
I had briefly forgotten about the outfit.
Yeah, I don't want to look like.
We look like a dance troupe,
but we're so comfortable.
You might be comfortable.
Charlotte's like, this is me now.
This is my identity now.
You've embraced it.
Charlotte's just permanently in UW sweats.
No.
So
in a beige Mercedes.
how do we get back there?
Now and forever.
Ugh.
Nell kind of like, as you say this out loud, Nell says, I could probably get us a ride. Let me call somebody.
Cool.
She like pops on her phone, makes a call, and sure enough, an SUV rolls up. She's like, hop in.
Are we losing our Nosferatu friend now?
This matter is something that Nell has not been looking forward to. As you all load up into the SUV, Nell turns back to Baron and he's like, you owe me. And she's like, yeah, I got you. And she like hands him a business card and she's like, I'll tell you what you need to know. And then, Baron says to her, like, all right, if you ever need any other services, hit me up. And she's like, yep. See ya. And you notice at this point she fist bumps him and then like kind of gets into the SUV. She's like, that's going to cost me dearly.
I'm going to ask now, like, is there some kind of vampire APB you can put out on this car?
I know a couple of people in the police department that we could probably run the plates, see if this person's ever gotten a ticket or something like that.
Yeah, whatever we can get, really.
I don't exactly have a network the way Seth does. It's Baron's one of Seth's operatives.
Seth's so cool. I hope he'll like put in a good word for me with Seth. I hope he'll say that I was cool.
I don't think you made a good impression. I'm just saying.
I think you're just saying that to be unkind.
No, you clearly made them upset.
Well, no, I think we bonded a little bit after that. I think he liked me as a dog, which is fair enough. I'm an adorable dog.
It's because you couldn't talk.
Shut up.
Can we just not be rude for one car trip? I would just
Not
like
being
to
rude.
enjoy.
I'm just being factual.
Why are you guys talking about my new best friend?
I'm not talking about them. I love them.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I hope I made a good impression.
Baron's useful. He's expensive though. He doesn't really barter in money. He barters in favors, and his favors are very grand in scale. But he's very good at what he does, as you, I'm sure, saw. Get you in a lot of places you can't otherwise get into.
Well, I mean, if he does need any lattes, he's always welcome to come by. I wasn't trying to insult him.
Oh, well, you did.
Well, that's just because of my nature, but it wasn't my intent.
Fair enough.
Let's blow this popsicle stand.
Yeah, I want to get out of here. I want to draw an end to this whole bloody mess. One dead kindred, and look at what we've gotten ourselves into. Now we're hunting down an entire outfit of vampire hunters. Sometimes I feel like our lives are a fairy tale.
Do you know
that would be nice?
Do you know about a vampire hunter boot camp?
A boot camp
where they train vampire hunters? Because this kind of sounded like this was a larger organization.
Well, I do know that they're somewhat organized. It depends. Some of these are conspiracy theorists from the web. Never come across that many Inquisition people, but some of them are shockingly organized. Some of these even work for subsets or shadow arms or branches, I should say, of the government. Those are the ones you have to watch out for. They've got vast intelligence networks, and they know quite a bit about us.
The government knows about vampire, about kindred?
Yeah.
I don't know why I never thought that.
You've never heard? There was a big data breach a while back. A lot of people died.
Well, back in my day, they might have found out a few things as well. So it's never been a unknown thing. It's just there are leaks here and there.
They just keep it quiet. That's where people like Ulrika here come in useful, being able to cover your tracks and hide. They use technology to their advantage, and a lot of kindred are, how do you describe this? old and out of touch,
Yes, thank you.
and they don't really understand how this stuff works. A lot
I
of
do
them
not.
don't want us on social networks or any type of internet at all.
Next year
I'm
to tell
down with
me
that.
aliens exist.
I mean, I can't definitively say that they don't. But I mean, I hope if they do
This
exist, they're
chronicle's about to
kind and
take a turn.
benevolent.
I mean, can you just imagine people's panic if the government said, "Oh, there's a legion of flesh-eating, blood-sucking monsters that live amongst you. You don't know who they are, but good luck."
Yeah. Try not
Yeah.
to worry
It is.
about it.
It's weird when that veil is lifted. There's not really any going back. I remember the first time I saw a werewolf. I know, waking up dead and with no heartbeat was less upsetting than seeing a werewolf. But here we are.
Blue
You
pines
should
are
see the
scary.
spiders. Holy
Oh.
shit.
I don't want to see the spiders. Your
Mm-mm.
friend, the spider, is half of what got y'all in this mess.
Yep.
Fuck her.
She's
No,
not
she's my
cool.
friend anymore. She's not
Mm-mm.
cool in my opinion.
When are we killing her, by the way?
Well,
One thing at a time.
you
Oh.
helped me with this mess, so now I've got to help you with yours. But since y'all want to be goody two shoes about it and make sure we root out these Inquisition, my job just got a little bit harder.
I think Dogfood has a personal vendetta, which I'm totally okay with.
Right.
I mean, also, like, you know, I could eat.
Yeah.
Samesies.
Wouldn't mind some guilt-free chomping down on a second Inquisition.
The car like moves quietly through the night. You notice there's like tinted windows on it. It's nice. And as you like, you know, are having this conversation and driving, Nell rolls down the window and kind of sticks her head out and like looks around, and she's like, sorry, I'm just like kind of nervous.
What would make you nervous?
Yeah.
Well, I mean that you were made.
Well, as far as she knows, what happened is that a dog was following her and she shot it and it died.
What kind of asshole shoots a dog?
But
Right.
these people, apparently.
Precisely.
All right. Well,
I mean, as
I
far
would
as
say
I'm
this
concerned, she
mission was
hasn't made a
somewhat
friend.
successful.
I'd say so. You know, I'd definitely give us a B+.
You did a good job. In the sewers too. The rat thing was weird, but it worked.
You're
I'm
welcome.
pretty sure that was what?
That
No,
was
me.
not.
That
No.
was me.
No, it was
No,
not.
I
No.
do the rat. I do the rat stuff. That was me.
We all have a little rat in us, okay?
That was definitely me.
Well,
Just keep
whoever it was,
dreaming.
please never do it again.
Okay, do it again.
No, I said never.
I
No, do
didn't
it
say I
again.
could do it on command. Maybe I could do it whenever I need to. Unlike you just flippantly throwing rats everywhere.
Yeah, I can rat anyone I want.
Do it now.
All right,
Well, I'm going to
I'm
have
gonna
to.
summon some rats.
We're in a
You
moving
better not do it right now.
We're in a moving vehicle.
If you summon a wave of rats
All right,
on the
all right.
freeway
Do
in
not.
a moving car,
But I could.
I totally
I
believe
will
you.
kick you out of the moving car.
All
And
right,
it will
I
sound.
won't do it. But
I've seen it. I've seen it before.
Then if you
I've s-
think, you might say to me, no, there's no way you could kick me that far. And I can promise you I can.
All right, Mel. I believe that you're a good kicker. You're a regular Chris Chloe.
I don't know who that is.
That was a football reference.
I
I
don't
only
know
have
what that
one. I'm
is.
very
That is
proud that I got
lost
to drop
here.
it. Yeah. He's a
All right.
punter for the Minnesota Vikings.
Why would you ever watch human sports when you've seen some of the stuff we can do?
All right, that's you know.
Doesn't
Maybe
it just seem
she finds
unimpressive
it.
in the
Well, maybe
grand
she
scale
finds
of
it
things?
comical to watch these humans try to,
Yeah, it's
you
like
know,
a
do
those
those
sitcom.
things.
I find human sports nice. I do like a good game of polo.
It's good for ingratiating yourself with the humans. You can say to them, "Hey, did you catch that football game? Boy, that team scored a lot of points. You know, that kind of thing.
Or what a
Yeah,
rousing game of
subterfuge.
polo.
The small talk portion of my job.
Yeah. I'm very good with people. It's this kind of stuff that us real masters of the charismatic arts, you know, we pay attention to things like sports so that we can ingratiate ourselves better.
I'm going to be
I have
very
a-
honest with you right now, probably against my better judgment, but first time I met you, I hated you, and it took a long time for me to get over that. And after seeing your interaction with Baron, I feel like that's probably par for the course.
Well, how's that supposed to make me feel?
Well, I just feel like you can't improve in a category if you won't acknowledge there's a deficiency there.
You should learn that from your manager meetings or whatever you
should
signed up for
maybe
online.
learn not to hurt people's feelings.
It's my job to hurt people.
Sucks.
We're having another
journey.
car
Oh my
argument.
God.
Everyone's
Car
arguing in the
argument.
cars again.
Can I mesmerize dog food?
Just gonna say, just shut up.
What I was gonna say.
I imagine
No.
dog food sulking as you turning back into a dog and just sticking your head out the window.
If I can turn into a dog for free, I will do that funny bit.
You can turn into a dog for free, but then you're gonna lose the stain from earlier. You're like, I'll make you autofill that role.
Okay, no,
No,
worries.
don't do that.
I'm gonna sulk.
Because I feel like that would just reinforce that decision. If
Right,
every
it
time
would.
you
Yeah.
get tough, you turn into a dog. You're failing that humanity check. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
like that's where you crawl away to is your dog form.
The dog food now occasionally idly like scratches her ear like that.
Mhm.
Okay.
Understandable.
Nell looks at you sideways but doesn't say anything. You pull up to the Court of Cups and she's like, I'm gonna go collect my quarry to present him at Elysium.
Hmm.
If you guys don't mind. And she like kind of walks towards the dungeon to pick up the still sort of incapacitated McTavish.
No, that's fine. We found out it was definitely him that was selling the information.
It was
Well,
his
I don't think he was
brother.
even selling it. I think he was doing it for the love of the game.
It wasn't him. It was his brother. Let's be clear.
It's the same
It's the
thing. This is
same.
a Malkavian thing. You know, they're an old noble clan.
Oh, I agree.
Oh, no. All right. Now now everyone's being rude to each other. We have a mission.
I go start to hack the license.
Thank you, Ulrika.
See if-
Being a successful Googler person.
Do you think Charlotte would be provoked by this? Do you think that would come across as a provocation, the whole
Yeah,
loony
maybe.
bit?
Oh, it might. I mean,
I think it would actually.
yeah.
Oh, not
If
If
again.
it would be a fun bit.
Okay.
I think it would.
I just
okay.
want to say before I forget, I got 4 successes on the license plate lookup
Ooh.
Awesome. 4 6s. Let me write that down.
just before anything gets.
Before we throw down.
Before everyone
Before
starts
you-
fighting each other again.
Social combat
In this
whatever.
house.
Hey, dog food keeps instigating.
Yes.
Yeah.
You all do it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
I'll do
you
it.
all do it.
Charlotte
Other-
would never do that. She observes.
That's
And
fair.
comfort.
Everyone but Charlotte.
I don't know what
No,
you're talking about.
she kind of does.
That's just 2 of us then.
Let's see. So
Elizabeth accidentally does it.
It's true. It's an accident, though.
Yes, you don't intentionally mean it that way.
go ahead and let's see. Roll your let's do your resolve and let's just do a flat willpower roll.
All right.
How's
All
this
right.
gonna go?
So I have 5 right now, I think.
Mm-hmm.
This Baggy's hungry too.
Yep. I have 2 successes.
Okay. And Oh gosh, so now it comes down to I would take this as a malicious taunt.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So you fail and you frenzy.
Again, against dog food. You did that before.
I will let you decide how that anger and aggression comes out. You feel your beast snarl. You think of all the times that your the discipline that you've studied in has been put down, sort of dismissed as mumbo jumbo, psychiatric mumbo jumbo, people dismissing you and kind of like waving you away in your field. And as like you have all of this kind of rush through your head as you see Dogfood do the whole crazy symbol at you, the international gesture for crazy.
I would like to enact dementation.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
What is that? What is that?
Yeah,
what is
what's that
that? What
mean?
is that? What? Oh my god! What the fuck? What is that?
Through
I love
casual
this power, even though I'm about to get owned.
Through casual conversation brings a target's inner demons to the surface. And so for a vampire succumbs to a compulsion chosen by the power's user.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just going
What the hell?
Yeah, go for it. I'm here
gonna
for it.
scream and unload onto Dogfood, trying to get her to have a mental breakdown of her own.
I don't have a lot of willpower left either.
Okay.
Of like your dog, like, and saying like really terrible things of like your dog left you because they didn't want to be around because you were toxic. You're alone. Like very like obviously she after the fact she'll probably feel really bad about this, but is like trying to use every like obvious like insecurity
weak
against
spot.
you.
Yeah. Go ahead
I
and
can
roll
tell that you feel bad just saying that.
Yeah. You're pushing the buttons. Oh.
Go ahead and roll a rouse check and then roll your manipulation and dominate.
All right, I get hungry, so that's cool.
And then Dogfood, roll your composure and intelligence. Well, that matches for the frenzy too, though.
And now I'm at full hunger, so that's cool.
Composure plus intelligence. So that, oh fuck me, that's not great. Composure is my dump stat. Intelligence is my other one. I got 3 successes.
3 successes. And how many did you roll?
Which one was remind that I had to roll?
Manipulation and dominate.
Okay.
Scared. I'm a little scared. What's gonna happen?
Well, and she's hungry.
I know, right?
I have 4 successes.
4 successes. So that beats the 3.
Can I go like lock the coffee shop door?
Yeah.
I'm just like,
outside.
I reluctantly be like, uh-oh, there's a water leak. The espresso machine's broken, a gas leak, something on fire. I'm just like shouting, like ushering people out. And I'm just like, I look like at Loretta and just give the eyes like.
Yeah. Loretta like kind of reaches underneath the bar for her baseball bat and kind of like goes into the back kind of hesitantly.
Yeah.
All of Charlotte's anger and rage comes pouring out at you. And because of the nature of how close you are with Charlotte, because of the nature of your relationship, she knows exactly where to put the knife.
Ooh.
You see all of her normal, calm, kind demeanor melt away. And as her eyes kind of go like narrow when you do the crazy thing, the crazy symbol, she says to you, like, all these things that she said, like, the only reason your dog ran away is because you're toxic, because you don't know how to take care of anyone. The only person you know how to take care of is yourself. And anytime you ever try to do anything for anyone else, your selfishness comes bleeding out at the edges. And that's why you're alone. And that's why no one loves you, because you're not worthy of being loved. And it's brutal. All of this falls on you like a weight of like just like a ton of bricks. Dogfood. First of all, take 2 superficial willpower damage.
All right,
So sorry.
My pad.
I'll be sorry.
You frenzied. You couldn't help it. It was a
Right.
provocation.
Mm-hmm.
And you slink like a beaten dog.
Into my closet.
If you wish.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to my closet, like beaten.
You are left alone with your rage and your hunger, Charlotte.
And I'm going upstairs to take a shower.
Just breathing heavily.
Uh-huh. Like Loretta stands in the doorway and like puts her bat away and like looks at you sideways, Elizabeth, and is like starts tiptoeing back out of the room.
Like, what do you want? Get out of here.
She like leaves.
Do I get a compulsion or anything?
No, I'm gonna
Okay,
say
good.
no. I think it's like it's less of like a provocation for you and more of like a being chastised
Yeah.
or being like, scolded.
She got the newspaper after you.
Yeah. And also like in one sense, this is kind of like the awkwardness for you, Charlotte. On one hand, you do feel that in some senses Dogfood had it coming, but on the other hand, you don't feel like the punishment fit the crime in this case.
No, Charlotte's gonna recognize that, like, at the end of the day, like, this is probably going to do a lot of damage that is going to require a lot of work to fix.
Mm-hmm. Do you do anything to cool off or sate your hunger?
I definitely need to eat.
Yeah.
But I'm also worried that if I go hunting alone,
Mm-hmm.
that I wreck some people. But I'm probably so hungry that I don't care and I just go out.
I'm
Okay.
getting all cleaned up. I'm available if you need help, but if you don't,
I'm going out to eat.
I'll come with you if you would like some help.
That would be great.
Oh, all right. Just give me a moment, and I'll like just put on a nice like casual like power suit.
Is there such a thing as a casual?
For Elizabeth, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm still in the sweats.
I'd go out to have a romp on the town. I feel like today was full of a lot of pressures that I didn't enjoy. So I also don't want to feel like I'm one of those college mothers. So I'd like to still feel like myself tonight. You seem angry. Let's go.
Like a big throbbing.
Yeah. To your eye, Elizabeth, Charlotte looks like shaken, hungry, angry, on the verge of tears, right? When you know how like when you get so angry, you cry, like all of them all at once.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you decide to take her feeding?
We have a local bar that we usually go to. There's
Okay.
a few in Ballard. I'll take you to the Viking bar. Why don't we go there? We'll go to the Skull Viking bar. We've been there before.
Mm-hmm.
And then your anger won't be out of place because they're Vikings.
Okay. As long as we take into account that I need a little more than just a sippy.
Oh, I understand that. I mean, people have eyeballs and tonsils and things like that. Don't those count?
Yes, but usually it's a little harder to find a space.
Well, where would you rather go? There's maybe
No,
I'm sure we can find like someone in the streets who's like perhaps overdosed on something. You could just pick them off, right?
let's just go to the bar. I'll go get my
that might be a
medical
little
bag.
Distasteful, but do
I'll
what
get
you
my-
have to do.
Scald is the only venue that has the unambiguous endorsement of the Court of Cups. The only
Yes.
place we always have a good time.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's just head there then and try and find you someone who looks like they don't like living anymore or don't care about their kidney.
As you walk into your libraritorium to grab your medical bag, you storm out and your eye, as you turn around to like turn off the lights and close the door, your eye falls on your couch, your therapy couch. and you think about how you scolded Dogfood for using it for a makeout couch earlier. And you feel slightly vindicated in your, like anger as you close the door and arm in arm with Elizabeth, walk down the street and make your way towards your favorite local Viking bar.
I
And
also
that'll
give.
Mhm.
Oh, I also give Loretta the thing like we're closed for the rest of the night. Like,
Okay.
Can I do one thing?
Yeah.
I just want to send a text to Neil
hmm
that says, "Would you like to come over and fuck on my friend's couch?"
As Neil's phone lights up,
Oh my god.
that will be where we'll take our
no.
final break.
Oh.